start with the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and grateful. Dear students of class first year, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you in Pakistan International School, Taif's virtual learning system. Dear students of class first year, today we have English lecture number 12, and it's about letter writing, advertisements, and job applications. This is unit 6.3, dear students. We have already done 6.1 and 6.2. And 6.1 is about the job. And uh, 6.1 is finding a job, and 6.2 was about successful job. So both units are already done. Now this is last reading selection of unit 6, writing letters, advertisements, and job applications. So here's your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. We will learn today that how to write an application, how to write a formal letter, means job letter, and how to write or how to make an advertisement for the job, how to make curriculum vitae, resume. So let's start to learn something about. So dear students, please open page number 141. And this lesson is we have on page number 141. Here we have the page 141, dear students. Before you, you can see that is written reading selection, uh, 6.3, writing letters, advertisements, and job applications. Job applications are usually written in response to job advertisements or ads or announcements in newspapers and over the internet. A job advertisement usually has the following details. Now, dear students, this is the page. In this page, first of all, it is told that job application are usually written in response to job advertisement. Means why we are using or why we are writing job application in the response of job advertisements. Means when you are going in need of a job, means for example, you have done your qualification, if you have done your education, then you are going to enter in your professional life, and every individual definitely needs a job. So he is going to start to search the job, to find a job, and he is going to read the newspaper, because the jobs are available on newspapers and also on internet. So you are writing job application in the response of job advertisements. So a job advertisement usually has the following detail. Now these details which are on this page are about the job advertisement. Means they need position. First of all, the position means the job responsibility, the type of position or post or designation, means for which post they need or they are going to advertise. And qualification, university qualification, such as a bachelor or master or PhD degree, or some professional qualification like MBA, engineering, medical, like etc. Means qualification. Experience, senior positions require vast experience. However, junior positions may or may not require any experience. Means when you are going to apply for the senior positions, definitely they need experience, a huge one. But if you are going to apply for the junior position, or they need the junior position holders, so that's why they need require a less, might not experience. Personal specification may specify in detail the attributes or key skills the employer is looking for in the person they wish to hire. Means a personal specification means a person who has a special qualification, special skills they need. For example, if someone is, they need graduate, everyone, many students are graduates, but they need might be the shorthand type, or might be the computer literate, or they have the programming specialization or diploma like this. A job description may describes the type of work an hired individual will have to carry out, detailing all the responsibilities and the person he she would report to. Means now job description means what are the responsibilities of that post, what he has to do when he will be hired over there. And salary, a salary range may be clearly specified along with perks and privileges, or may simply say that a competitive package will be offered. If government job, they pay scale like pay scale may be mentioned like PS 17 or 18 like this. And they many means majority of the companies, they always mention their salaries for that post what they are going to advertise. Selection procedure may say how the selection will be made: shortlisting, test interview, practical demonstration, etc. Dear students, it is also described in the job detail that how you will select, what is the selection procedure of a candidate, of a student who is going to apply. Means you will get a shortlisted. First they will need your CVs, and then they will make shortlisted, means which are the very highly qualified and skilled persons, and then they will call them for written test, for interview, or only interview. Means it depends, but the procedure is always described in the job advertisement. Then this we have application procedure, whether a form needs to be filled in or an application with the resume or CV will suffice. Now, dear students, in application procedure, it is required that sometimes they are giving particular form that you have to download this form from our online webs on from our website, from the newspaper, or just no need to a form, and you are supposed to send the application or resume or CV to us on this address, on this following address. Last or closing date will clearly mention the closing date for the receipt of applications, beyond which no application will be considered. May also mention the date by which applications should expect to hear from the employer. Some announcements may also indicate the date of the interview so that applicants may make sure they are available by then. Now, dear students, last date is always mentioned that this is the 1 week, 2 weeks, sometimes after this advertisement, or might be their specific date is given like 22/8/2020 is the last date of this application must reach before this date or time. So they always mention the last or closing date during the job advertisement for the candidates. Here we have on page number 142 and 143. Here on 142, we have a sample job advertisements. Read the following advertisements carefully and make a list of all the information it provides in the light of the above list. Now, dear students, here we, in the previous page, we learned the job application, a job advertisement usually has the following details. So here is a sample, like Millennium High School secondary school English teacher required. Now they required a English teacher for the secondary. We are seeking an innovative and qualified secondary school teacher to join the English faculty at our leading co-educational school. You will be a hardworking and enthusiastic teaching professional with excellent subject knowledge and a sound understanding of the national secondary school curriculum. The position will involve teaching students near 8 to 12 and also assisting in the encouragement of extracurricular activities. The application will be a motivated individual with a keen interest in encouraging and inspiring students to love learning and excel in the subject area of English. You will have a master's degree in English with a bachelor master's in education from HEC recognized university. You should have a minimum of 5 years teaching experience at the primary or secondary school level. You should also be ready to receive on job training during working hours. Now here, dear students, look over there. In the first, they need what kind of candidates they need actually, means a qualified secondary school teacher, English faculty. Position will involve teaching students. Means what are the what are the job descriptions over here? And you will have a master degree, means required. personal qualification, what they need with a bachelor degree. If you are women and have the qualification attributes skills mentioned above, you should apply in confidence to the address given a date of 15th. Now look over here, the last and closing date is given. Now here application procedure. Please submit your CV, resume and cover letter by email to principal at the millennium.ss.edu. So look, dear students, in here in job advertisement, it is everything written which we read over on page number 141. Then we have a CV and resume. Although curriculum vitae uh, uh, abbreviated as CV and resume can be used interchangeably, there are distinct differences. Now, what is the difference in resume or CV? In the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom, and the rest of the world, a CV is used to academic circles and medical professions as a replacement for a resume and is for more comprehensive. A CV elaborates on education to greater degree than a resume does and is expected to include a comprehensive listening professional history, including every term of employment, academic courses taught. And now here, a resume, on the other hand, is a document used by individuals to present their background and skills. A typical resume contains a summary of relevant job experience and education. In many contexts, a resume in short, usually 1 to 3 pages, and directs in readers' attention to the aspects of a person's background that are directly relevant to a particular position. Now, dear students, here we are given that if you have done your education and now you are in a search of a job, you are a fresh graduate, definitely you are in a search of job, and different job uh, advertisements are always present on internet or at newspaper. So definitely candidates are going to search, and they also going to prepare the CV, curriculum vitae, resume. That is the whole introduction of their educational background. Means how many numbers they got in SSC 2 and HSSC 1 in a university, in bachelor degree, or if you have done masters, MPhil, PhD, or if you have any experience, where you started your position, or any kind of you know internship if you have done. If you are fresh university graduate, might you have done internship where in any multinational company, or might you have a good degree from a valuable, renowned and esteemed university, or might you have great uh, GP. So this is all about that is the things which are making the CV brilliant or attractive. A resume should be bold, clear, easy to read, and error free. Means there must be bold, clear your CV, because the CV is your mirror. You are not present before the person who is going to select the candidate or who is going to hire the person. Your resume, your CV is before that person. So it must be very clear, bold, and easy to read and error free, brief but detailed, referring to your skills and competencies which relate to the job and you are applying for. Structured in new for each job, means try to make new CV for each job, a resume. And CV should be bold, clear, easy to read, and long and detailed, referring to your qualification, academic credentials, courses taught, may not be structure new for e-job. Here, dear students, we have a sample of a resume. You can see over here. Here's the name, Elizabeth. This is a written name, and then the address 33 Pride Land, Pembury, Derbyshire. So this is the address. Now here is the background, like date of birth, nationality, and full clean current driving license, home at number, cell number, and email address. And then objective. What is the object of a candidate? He's saying to enter a graduate training program in multimedia, preferably in the new media sector, where my creative initiative, ideas, and a genuine enthusiasm would allow me to progress. Now, this is object. And academic means 2005, July 2009. He has done University of Kent, upper secondary class honors. This is GP 2.1, BSc Multimedia, Technology and Design with a year in industry. Now modules, then group project, technical skills. eh, 2003 to 2005, new college, means this is college degree. And then 1998 to 2003, they had done school certificates. Now here is the experience at work, means where he showed his experience. July 2007 to August 2008, he has worked in this company. This was the placement year of my degree course, where I was based in the web design department of persuasion duties in like this. In August 2006, Nightly International. Yeah, these are the companies, dear students. Means this is work experience actually from May 2004 to October 2005 in PW World Derby, or from August 2004 Mobil Oil Limited. So like these are the companies, and also he mentioned that uh, how many, yes, what were the job duties and job specifications, your job descriptions, what he did. What do I do in my spare time? Means hobbies, in other words. I am a keen swimmer and have achieved bronze and silver ASA, like this. And reference. Now here, dear student, in references, yeah, might be the given such people who are really well known to you and by you, and they also know to you, and they are working in with great job designation. They have the great job right now, they are working and they know very well. Means this job reference shows that you are a great person, intelligent one, hardworking, dedicated, and you love your job. And these are the great people who are working right now on great positions. They know to you. So, dear student, this is the CV or resume sample. Dear students, here on page number 146 and 147, we have a job application or cover letter. Now, sometimes, as you know, that when we have a job advertisements, different companies demand that we need job application or cover letter. The purpose of an application letter, sometimes called a cover letter, is what is the purpose? Introduce yourself, the applicant, advise an employer of your current circumstances and are your future intentions, or acknowledge the type and source, if advertised, of a vacancy sought, outline major claims to the position by referring to your competencies, skills, qualification, and experience. Encourage an employer to take a closer look at the resume or CV. Means in cover letter or job application, you are just going to encourage the employer that they must take a close look at your CV. Convince our employer that further consideration should take place to be called to an interview, for instance. And then we have a key points to remember for the letter. When you're going to write a letter, what the key points are supposed to remember to it. Be prepared to change the draft around as people offer advice. Put personal details as near as possible to the right hand top so it is easy to find in a pile of letters. Make sure any contact number is accessible, otherwise, use an additional one as backup. Backup means you must give a number. Might be sometimes they are calling you, your number is off, or that number is on silent mode. So you will not able to get that chance. So always give two numbers. One might be if your relative close, like brother, father, or your. So means such number which is sometimes your number is off, they can try to another number. And then we have used the job advertisement and job description to your advantage. Like this, the job and our job description will tell you what the company is looking for in a successful applicant. Now, dear student, it's so very easy to identify that is your job or not, that is for you or not, are you eligible for that position or not. For example, they need MSc chemistry and you have done MSc in biology or in zoology or botany or in chemistry, physics, you're not eligible for that position. So It is very easy. Excellent communication skills in computer, excellent skills in computer. So sometimes the computer literate they need. So definitely, if a person is enough to understand to uh, what say accountable himself, that is this position for me, am I eligible for that position? So these questions will help him a lot to uh, get that job. Here, dear students, we have another topic, letter writing. Use this letter layout when you write your letter. Now, this is, dear students, letter, formal. When you're going to write a letter, first on the left, you have your address, and then that. Look over here, it is on page number 149. Name, job, title, and address of the person you are writing to here. Means, for example, name, if you know Mr. Ali Ahmed, okay, and Director General for Pakistan Post, like this. Insert sir, madam, or surname, name with title, Mr., Miss, like this here with him. And dear, what do you say? Means dear sir, dear Ahmed, whatever the name. Topic sentence, which is the letter about, means for which you are going to write a letter. Means what is the topic? Main body of letter, what you are going to discuss, or you are supposed to telling something over here. And then yours sincerely if you know the recipient, and name yours faithfully if you don't know. Means you know, you write yours sincerely if you know him. And if you don't know, you just write yours faithfully. Here we have signature and your name at the last. Dear students, the rules for writing formal letters in English. In English, there are a number of conventions that should be used when writing a formal or business letter. Furthermore, you try to write as simply and as clearly as possible, and not to make the letter longer than necessary. Remember not to use informal language like contractions. First of all, address, your address, the return address, your address should be written on the top right hand corner of the letter. Avoid putting commas or full stop at the end of lines. The address of the person you are writing to, means you, when you are going to write a letter to home, you must mention that the inside address should be written on the left starting below your address, and date. Different people put the date on different sides of the page. You can write it this on the right or the left on the line after the address you're writing. To write the month is a word like 10th April 2010, like this. Then salutation means you are going to dear sir or madam. If you do not know the name of the person you're writing to, use this. It is always advisable to try to find out a name, a comma are needed. Dear Mr. Jenkins, if you know the name, use the title, Mr., Mrs., Miss, like this. So, dear students, like this is the old surname only. If you are writing to a woman and do not know if she uses Mr., Miss, like this. And then, dear students, we have here uh, ending a letter. When you are going to complete it, when you are going to finish the letter, yours faithfully, if you begin your letter with a dear sir, madam, and the letter this way, yours faithfully. And yours sincerely, where you will write the yours sincerely, if you begin your letter with dear Mr. Jenkins and the letter this way, or your signature, sign your name and then print it underneath the signature. If you think the person you are writing to might not know whether you are a man, women, put your title in the bracket after you marry. So, dear student, this is formal letter, because when you are working in any organization, with any organization, you are writing many letters, and it is not important or necessary that you know all the people who are working with different departments. Might sometimes we use departmental what do you say, the letters. So sometimes we don't know the name of a person who is working, we just know the position, deputy director, okay, or the chairman, director, like this. And how to write a formal letter? First paragraph. The first paragraph should be short and should state the purpose of the letter. And to make an inquiry, complaint, request, whatever you are writing for making an inquiry, a complaint, a request. And middle paragraphs, the paragraph or paragraphs in the middle of the letter should contain the relevant information behind the writing of the letter. Means what the topic you are, for what you are going to write a letter, mention that, very important. And the last paragraph of a formal letter should state what action you expect the recipient to take to refund, send you information. This is page number 151. Now, this is the sample, dear students. Yes, example of a formal letter with layout. This is layout, dear students. Show the address of a person to whom the letter is going, the address of the person who is going to send. And dear, I'm writing to inquire about the possibility of holiday work with your company this summer. I'm very interested in gaining some experience working for a newspaper. So this is all about, and I very much hope you have a vacancy for me. I enclose a copy of my CV and look forward to hearing from you. Your sincerely, Muhammad Zaid. Now, your sincerely means this person knows to that person, like this is written, the Mr. Hassan, and Muhammad Zaid is the writer. So, dear students, this was all about the how to write a letter, and this is a question and examination, dear students. Might they give a question? They write a CV, write a job advertisement, write a job application, job letter, like formal letter. Many examples: a letter in application for a job, a complaint letter from business to business, a complaint letter from a business customer to a telephone company. So might any kind of question can be there on in exam. So you have to be uh, careful, ready for these kind of letters. So hope so, dear students, you understood. And if you have any query, any problem, you can come on Zoom and to ask me for the more help if you need. Today we have a homework, dear student, very easy. Just write a letter to the editor of the newspaper regarding the increasing number of professional beggars in the city. And this is very interesting letter that you are going to write to the editor of a newspaper. And definitely you have to send me this letter when you have done, you finish it to WhatsApp group. And if you any need help about regarding this homework, I'm available on Zoom. You can come and to ask. And this is all about today's dear students lecture. And thank you very much for joining, and hope so you understood the things. And the things are very easy. The things are present on your in your book, and I'm available. Thank you for joining, and goodbye. See you inshallah. Allah Hafiz.